There we are. Welcome to the BDF Show. My guest is Tina McNeil, and let's go ahead and welcome in Timothy Rainwaters. Let's see. And we're going to be discussing Disney. Well, I've got this about a week or so ago. They in Disney's Magic Kingdom game, they had the Coco chest, and I got Duante to go with McNeil. I can't hear you. See.
There we go. How about now?
Okay.
Sorry about that. I had myself muted when you started the countdown, so that
Yeah.
I didn't.
Well, it'll automatically mute us when it start the countdown, and then when it's over. And
yeah, I found that out.
Hey, Brandy.
Hi, Brandy.
Bugs.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, look it. And we've got lug pugs too.
Yeah,
Hi.
I know.
So yeah, Dante is so fun to watch. I mean, when he does his little bouncing around and stuff like that, I really enjoy it.
But I think if I can eventually get some more characters from Coco and to help level Duante up, sooner or later I might be able to get him to do the spiritual guide thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't found that out. I haven't done that yet.
But I'm going to show people what I showed you earlier.
Okay. Hi, Francisco. Hi, Noah.
Hey, Francisco. Hey, Noah. I guess I have to show it in front of me.
Yeah, show in front of you. Otherwise, it just kind of looks like it's like, gone.
Yeah.
And I still think it's very cool that you just went and picked it up off the road like that. See? He just picked it up. He just put it back down in the middle of the road, folks.
Well, how I'm doing it, how I got that effect is through OBS. Using OBS virtual camera. So OBS can be downloaded through Microsoft Store.
Okay. Well, that's why I don't have my own channel, Keith, is because I don't understand all that technical stuff. I remember I had trouble enough realizing that I was muted.
Right. But what I want to get me is this one device that I can put on my laptop lid and have 3 screens instead of just one. But I have a second screen over to my right, and but with my laptop I can use that. You can't see TV because it'd be behind Goofy, and I can use the TV as a third screen.
Yeah,
a remote one.
You see what Timothy Rainwaters wrote? especially that street, because people are, usually rubbernecking and taking pictures of the sign and stuff like that, and not paying attention to somebody standing in the middle of the road.
Yeah, but this picture was extracted from the video I took on early morning of my birthday of 2022. Sometime after 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. So you can see how beautiful the Walt Disney World sign is in the middle of the night.
Yeah, yeah, and you were lucky because of that time. It wasn't crowded with cars. I mean, there's one car off in the distance, but really, that was a great time to take the picture. I mean, the fact that you had to arrive in the middle of the night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, in order to get there is, not the greatest thing, but at least you got a great picture, you got a great video actually, because the whole video.
And I did once we got into the room that time of the night. One thing I did was I took my penguin and did a 360 of the room.
Yep.
And then my cousin did a video, and it was like just after 4 o'clock in the morning. And then when we went to bed, I tried to sleep, but I was so excited I couldn't sleep at all. So I went over a whole calendar day without sleep, and my cousin only got 2 hours sleep.
Yeah. I can imagine. I don't know if I'd have been able, especially that was your first time. I think, I mean, my first time going to Disney I was like 35, I think. And I was very excited too. I don't know if I got very much sleep that whole trip.
That was to celebrate the big 6-0.
Yeah. Well, I've passed 6-0, and I celebrated 6-0, but I don't celebrate my birthday down at Disney because my birthday's during the summer, and you can't pay me enough to go to Disney during the summer. You're a lot braver than I am. Yours is in what? Yours is in August, right?
June.
June
10th.
That's as bad as August.
But they were so nice that they gave us the building that I wanted, building 5 in Pop Century with Mowgli and Baloo, and up on the 3rd floor, away from the pool, but just steps away from the elevators.
That made life a lot easier, right?
Right. And the reason why they did that was because I told them that I was born in 1962 and I was celebrating my 60th, and I wanted to be in the 60 section.
Yep.
And now I wanted the building 5 with Mowgli and Baloo.
Uh-oh, where are you going now? Hang on.
What happened?
I'm trying to okay. Trying to get back on StreamYard here. Here we go. I was watching the actual video for a minute. Here, I'm going to mute myself because the clock, okay? Hang on.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Yeah, and Timothy Ringwater says the love of his life and him went there on their honeymoon 33 years ago in April. That was his first time. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, my husband and I got married 36 years ago, this coming May.
Yeah. People are now starting to set up a special wedding package that every member of their wedding party has to get their own Walt Disney World ticket, especially like Magic Kingdom, and and even the minister has to. They even have to get the ticket for the minister too to perform the wedding ceremony right at Cinderella's castle.
Oh, yes. And it's very, very, very expensive. We know somebody that renewed their vows at Epcot, and the minimum at the time, and that was like 10 years ago, the minimum at the time was $15,000. From what I understand, it's closer to $25,000 now. And that's
Yeah.
not talking about tickets. That's not talking about, their resort stay. That's just talking about the venue, having your ceremony inside the park, and actually having your ceremony inside Cinderella or at Cinderella Castle is a lot more expensive. But theirs was at Epcot outside the French Pavilion.
There was also a few things I want to also mention. How about those Chiefs?
I was wondering how long it was going to be before you went there. Congratulations.
Yeah, 38-35. The Chiefs won by a field goal.
They won by a hair.
When I saw the Chiefs get it to 38-35 with 8 seconds on the clock, I knew the Eagles did not have time to score.
Yeah,
I knew it was pretty much over for the Eagles.
Yeah, that's the thing. My husband I was screaming, why don't they just go ahead and get a touchdown? Why don't they just go ahead? And he says, no, they got to run down the clock. And I was screaming. I was like, this makes no sense to me. But, whatever. It worked, I guess. But
Andy Reid is real good at running down the clock.
Yeah.
He used to coach the Eagles, and now he's coaching the Chiefs.
Yeah. Yep. And he did a very good job.
And he pretty much knew how to beat his former team.
Yep.
He had the inside knowledge from working there.
Yeah, he did.
And then last week we lost Raquel Welch.
Yeah.
She was 82.
Still beautiful.
And the 39th president, the former president Jimmy Carter, has decided to spend the rest of his days home in hospice.
Yep. He's transitioned to hospice care, meaning basically he doesn't want to try any new treatment or anything like that. He just wants to comfort care and just spend the time he has left with his family. So I think that's nice. Yeah.
So, we also like the monorail. We also like Skyliner.
Oh, I love the Skyliner. Now you liked it, okay? Did you have any concerns about it before you got on it? Did you think that you
would have? Since I've seen it on other live streams like Resort TV One and Mouse Talk and all of them, I knew it was going to be safe. My cousin, she wasn't she wasn't for sure about it until we got her on there, and she was willing to try, and she ended up liking it too.
Yeah. I very much enjoyed it. I actually I actually think it's the best mode of transportation that Disney has. It's very comfortable. I mean, there's those benches may be hardwood, but they're shaped well, so it's very comfortable. It's very airy. It's not hot at all. Of course, I've never been there when it's 100 degrees, but
my hat has a plaque on it. It says, "Here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy."
Yeah, that's the sign on the front of the. Yeah, that's the plaque that's on the front of the of Magic Kingdom. Like as you enter Magic Kingdom underneath the train station, right?
Right.
The archways.
And which is where I stayed at.
Yep. Now I'm wearing a Haunted Mansion shirt, which is my favorite ride. So.
Oh, we love Haunted Mansion. And also love It's a Small World, where mine and Charlene's magic bands got sensed and going the archway underneath before you go into the goodbye room.
Yeah.
It's just mine and her magic band, and then on the sign it says goodbye Keith, goodbye Charlene.
Oh, that was nice. Yeah, it's been so long since I've ridden It's a Small World because I avoid it like the plague. So I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know whether my magic band would be sensed by it or not.
The battery has to be good battery, because otherwise it won't pick up the Bluetooth. But now the Magic Band Plus, it comes with a charger, so
sure does.
Which is why it costs more.
Well, okay, that's probably one reason why it costs more. It's also because it's Disney, but yeah. I couldn't find I couldn't find our chargers. My husband wasn't really concerned about it, but I couldn't find our charger cords when we were going down there. So consequently, ours were never charged. We didn't have them the whole time we were there. We didn't have them charged. Yeah. Spent all that money on those things, and then we couldn't use them other than
the charger cords. The charger cords. They'll generally have at one end a USB-A, which is a regular USB, and at the other end it'll either be USB-C or USB micro.
Yeah, but the Magic Bands don't have any of those, do they? They have a special charging port. It's USB, but it's not the part that goes into the Magic Band isn't just any charger. It's special to them. And yes, no, I know it's another cost is because it lights up.
Right.
Mine didn't because it wasn't charged.
And let's see. Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think of Tron? Huh?
Tron, I haven't tried it, but I'm not for sure if I want to try it when I get there the next time or what. But I want to try Expedition Everest. We're going to get DAS again.
Yeah, DAS is a real big help. I noticed that when we were there last time, we had DAS, and because I can't stand in those long lines with my back and my knees, so it was very helpful. But I'm not. You don't like roller coasters too much, Noah?
And then another thing I forgot to do is thank Dean of the Live Place for hosting YouTube listing YouTube channels of live streams.
The TV guide of the Disney community.
Right, and some other YouTube streams.
Oh yeah, that's right. They do a lot of travel now too.
Yeah.
Well, as I get older, I find that I'm less and less able to deal with the roller coasters. I love them, I enjoy them, but my stomach is beginning to say, "What? Why? Don't do that." So
you remember a while back when I put my in the mod chat picture of me on Slinky Dog Dash? I looked serious, and you said I I look grumpy, and I said, "Look grumpy? That's an insult to grumpy."
oh dear. Yeah. I do remember the picture. Yeah. And I do remember saying you looked grumpy. You didn't look like you were enjoying it all that much. That's for sure, Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yes, the lights. That is beautiful, isn't it, Noah? I very much enjoy the lights. They're very pretty. Um, and having seen them change, that adds a lot to Tomorrowland. It really does add a lot of more lighting, a
I
lot
just favored
of movement.
that. I just favored that because
Yep.
because I touched the star and the message got favored.
Yep. Yep.
That's neat on the StreamYard now. You can favorite comments.
Yeah. Well, it highlights very good comments that help in the conversation. I like it too.
Yeah, on my birthday, we did go to Epcot to have supper, but went back to Magic Kingdom. Hey, Charlene!
There she is. Hi, Charlene.
And then it did rain on my birthday, but but we went back to Magic Kingdom to but we did. I did get to see Tinkerbell fly from the castle to the east side of Main Street.
That's the best part, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yep.
and but but on we tried to squeeze in Hollywood Studios and Epcot on the 12th,
Yep.
but it took so much time at Hollywood Studios that the only thing we had time for at Epcot was Harmonious.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember, we said, don't try to pack too much, because a lot of times you just want to walk around, and you got to get to point A, from point A to point B. And a lot of times, you don't just teleport there. You have to walk there.
Right.
I mean, the Skyliner is the fastest, especially to get from Epcot to Hollywood Studios and back. But even that, it still takes 15 minutes. So,
Right.
and
And
that's if you catch them just right.
in 2027, we're going to stay at Art of Animation. Me, my cousin, her husband, and her stepson will take the suite. Um, she and her husband in one room of the suite. Me in another suite room of the suite, and Brendan probably on the fold down couch.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that'll be
And
neat.
and then we'll have Coral and her boyfriend and their new baby in a maybe in a Little Mermaid room.
Yeah. 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 Well,
Well,
see, the thing with Harmonious, Charlene, if you're standing in the right place, yes, it's a fantastic show. It just frustrates me because of the fact that well, first of all, I hate those barges. I am going to be so glad when those barges are gone. But the thing is that if you're not looking at the circle straight on, we call it the Stargate. If you're not looking at it straight on, you don't see the entire show. It's still a great show. I like it, but I just wish that they didn't feel the need to put in that ring in the middle, because if you're not seeing it straight on, you feel like you're missing something, you know? And somebody says, well, you're not missing that much. And I'm like, well, if you're not seeing it, you don't know you're not missing very much, you know? Oh,
But
I would.
you see what's behind me and Charlene in our picture.
Yes.
Cinderella's castle.
Yeah. And I love that that lighting and the paint job on that castle, I think, is beautiful. And a lot of people said, I don't know if I like the pink. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but I think the pink is beautiful, especially since and it faded perfectly right into a nice rose gold. It was perfect. So,
yeah. And
sorry, a little too close.
A drone show at Epcot, that would be kind of interesting, but that would involve using computers and special radio frequency. And
Yeah.
besides that, under the current federal law, Disney would have to notify the nearest FAA control tower.
Yep. Well, I don't think that would be too much of a problem.
That would be at Orlando International.
Yeah, I don't think that would be too much of a problem. They notify them, you know, of a whole bunch of things. I mean, there's always something going on at Disney that they've got to notify, you know, Florida of. So I don't. The thing is, with it being in the Universal, the drone show, Keith, is there still a law that drones cannot fly over where humans are? People are, or have they?
I think it's like about no higher than 400 feet. But they are known to where they can reach as high as over 6 miles up in the air, and 6 miles would be right in the middle of
a flight path.
Yeah. Cruising altitude.
Yeah, exactly. But I thought there was also because all they'd have to do is just keep them below 400
below 400 feet.
Yeah, but and I don't think anybody, because I don't think the drones would be that big, so I wouldn't think that they would want them much more than probably 100 to 150 feet anyway, because otherwise you're not really going to see, you know, you're not really going to see it that much.
The drones operator has to be licensed like a pilot with the FAA.
Yep. But I don't think that's a problem for Disney either. The only problem that I understand about drones is, and I don't know if that's still the truth, is that you can't fly drones over where people are standing, you know, and that's the problem with the show being in Epcot, is that they'd have to fly the drones. Either they'd have to land them on the island, which I suppose is very possible. I mean, you know, or they'd have to fly them over the bridge, in which case they just tell people, you know, sorry, don't go across the bridge. They can even lift up the bridge so nobody's not over people or events. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking too, Charlene.
Isn't there a field just kind of outside of Epcot that
yeah,
because they can set that up for drone show only, to where the drones comes up from there and then lands back down when they're done.
Yeah, and all they'd have to do is have the drawbridge up so that nobody's walking across that bridge area. And I mean, they can literally fly them within inches. I mean, they're very, very fine tunable. They could fly them within inches so that they're just going across over top of that, where the drawbridge is, so that then they wouldn't be flying them over people.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I don't understand how come they can't do that. And they did do it at Disney Springs. They had a drone show back I think 2018, back before COVID, for Christmas, for the holidays, they had a drone show. So I don't know why they can't do it now. That was over the lake because I mean Disney Springs is a huge lake there. So I mean, obviously, many people there. But
yeah,
I mean, drones.
if you don't have too big of an island, you can't have much drones landing on it.
No, I don't know. It's January 28th. They had a drone. Oh, you mean of this year, Charlene? I didn't know that. Or I'd forgotten it. Where at Disney? At Epcot or at Disney Springs, or was it? Because I don't remember that. But I would think that they'd be able to do it. And I mean, I mean, as far as the island is concerned, I mean, it kind of depends on how big your drone is. Oh, yeah. Disney Paris. Yeah, see, they got different laws.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, if you've only got a drone that's like a couple feet by a couple feet, as easily as those are to be I mean, they're very, very fine tunable to where you have them lift up and they literally land, have them come home. They literally land exactly on the same exact point where they took off from.
Oh, okay. And they generally have LED lights to them. So
yeah.
So whatever they say, be this color or that color or what color.
Yep. And that's programmable. That's all programmable. So, I mean, I don't foresee that being a problem. Although I don't know, Disney tech is not what you would desire. You know how I love Disney technology.
Yeah.
It's wonderful when it works. Otherwise, it's a big paperweight.
An LED computer and an LED other LED devices has over 13 million color combinations.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of color combinations. The entire spectrum.
Yeah.
And different intensities too. So.
Yeah. And on Disney Springs Day, after Animal Kingdom, when we decided to go to Disney Springs, we only had time for just the World of Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was getting close to shutting down.
Yep. At the end of 2023, drones will come to Epcot. So I wonder if that means the new show that they're putting in after, because Harmonious is ending on, what is it, April 3rd or 4th. And then Epcot Forever is coming back for a period of time until they get another show together. So maybe that's what they're talking about is doing drones starting at the end of 2023. That'll be nice.
That'd be nice. And on the 13th we checked out the Pop Century on the 14th, but on the 13th was our Harry Potter Day at Universal.
Yes. What do you think of all that? Because I haven't gotten a chance to talk about Universal very much.
Oh, I got some footage on there that my cousin took, and You know where Sugar Plums is behind Weasley's.
Yep. Yeah, Charlene says you were very, very good with your wand. You're good with the wand arts, huh?
There's a water fountain over near Sugar Plums.
Yeah.
In order for me to get a drink of water, well, the spigots are in the shape of frogs. I got my drink of water out of it, but when I did, a person right across from me had to pay the price and get wet.
You got somebody else wet?
Yeah.
But you didn't know? Oh my God.
No, we didn't know. But Charlene wished she would have got the wide shot for that.
Yeah. Well, I very much I love just the theming. I love walking through there. You sweated out with your Harry Potter robe and got drunk. You got drunk off of butterbeer.
No,
you realize that butterbeer doesn't have any booze in it.
You can't get drunk off of butterbeer. she's just having a good sense of humor. Butterbeer is mainly butterscotch topping, cream soda, and butter.
Yep. Yeah, I think Epic Universe is going to be
Hey, cruising is fun anytime.
Good to see ya. I've only been on one cruise. Went to Alaska back in 2019.
Hey, cruising is fun anytime. Be sure to subscribe and like and share out.
Yep. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell because Keith goes live every Sunday evening. He also posts several shorts and stuff like that. So, I think you're going to love it. The cruise to Alaska, we very much enjoyed that. Just dress warm. When they say it's warm, it isn't.
Oh, look what Charlene says. Keith, you want to go on Disney cruise sometime? Well, that means, Charlene, it means I'm going to have to pay for a passport, a U.S. passport.
Yeah,
but is to go through the postal service.
They're not that expensive. We've got passports.
Right. Next Sunday.
Let's put it this way: they're a lot cheaper than the cruise.
Yeah. Next Sunday on February 26th is Charlie and Stacy from Disney Nerd Herders. And then
they're fun. I enjoy them.
And then the following Sunday, March 5th, Candy Mom 15, Cynthia.
Oh boy, look out for her.
And then on March 12th is Princess Paula Bell, and we're going to talk about her experience as a cast member.
Yeah. Isn't she going to have a baby soon?
Princess Paula Bell?
Maybe I'm thinking about somebody else. No, maybe it's somebody else. I don't know.
But
maybe I'm thinking of somebody else, Keith.
Charlene's daughter, Coral's gonna have a baby pretty soon.
Is she? Congratulations, Charlene, on being a grandma soon.
So, so somebody can end up taking. She and Coral can take turns at when we go to Disney.
Yeah. Yeah, the baby
turn at watching the kid.
Yep, the baby will be what, 4 years old by then when you go to Disney next? 4 or 5. Going to be a grandma next month. Wow, that's coming up fast, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, a good age to take kids, it kind of depends. I always say, a lot of people say, well, if you take them too young, they won't remember. But you know what? With all the pictures and video and everything else like this, they may not remember, but you will, and you'll remind them, and you'll have a blast with the baby. And don't take them so often then they get sick of it, but take them often enough to where they enjoy it and it becomes a part of them. And then, even if they are only, 3 months old or 5 years old or whatever, take them every 5 years, like you and Keith go. And, when they're 20, they'll still enjoy it. So.
And I can't remember.
Then you can have them pay for their own.
I can't remember which Disney news channel on YouTube that I heard it from. Is that they're bringing back mousekeeping every day?
Yes, every day or every other day, depending on what your resort is. Some resorts they were only doing it every other day, even before the pandemic set in. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that, because a lot of people, they can't deal with that. Myself personally, it's like the less often I got somebody coming into the room that I got, because I always feel like I got to keep the room straight for somebody to come in and straighten it. So I'd rather they just stay out of the room and I don't need to worry about it.
And
Darling, they can all live in the moment.
One thing I heard about cruises is that they recommend since you pay for the cruises up front, to go ahead and prepay the gratuities.
Yep.
That way you have it out of the way.
Yes, and I'll tell you something. Those stewards are wonderful. They are absolutely wonderful. When our steward, when we were going to Alaska, or when we went to Alaska, when we were cruising in Alaska, we had a wonderful steward, and he did so much for us. And same with the servers. And you keep the same steward and you keep the same servers all the way through, so they get to know you and they get to know what you like. I think those stewards earn every single penny, and so do the servers on board ship. They earn every single penny you pay them.
Yeah, cabin stewards are kind of like housekeeping for the rooms. But they are supervised by the deck stewards, which is supervised by the purser.
Right. And they do a lot more than housekeeping. And don't get me wrong, I think mousekeeping at Disney is above par anything else. But stateroom stewards they do a lot more than just housekeeping. They do a lot more than just cleaning up the room. We had a bottle of wine, and we couldn't get it because nobody had a screw, like a corkscrew in order to open up the bottle of wine. And that poor shop steward, he went all over the place looking for a corkscrew for us. I mean, he went running the length of the ship trying to find one.
Oh, I heard there's a device called vertical something that acts like a, hey, T-Town Mary Ellen. Well, the device, it's called vertical something, and what it is it's a electronic corkscrew opener.
Yeah, I have one, but I didn't have one on board ship.
Yeah, they did a real good job at Pop Century. Mousekeeping did. We only had the mousekeeping 2 of the days that we were there.
Yeah,
and I had a card specially made with my 3D logo and addressed to mousekeeping, and I put on both days I put $5 in.
Yeah, that was very kind of you. Yep. That really helps them because they don't make a whole lot of money. So
Yeah. I mean, we were satisfied when we first arrived at Pop Century.
Yeah.
They um
Oh, here he goes. Going to go get something in the road again. See, notice that he's just going to pick it up something out of the middle of the road.
yeah, first visit badge BDF.
There
I
you
told
go.
them that um my channel's name is BDF, which stands for Big Disney Fan, and they like that.
Yeah.
And a happy birthday with the 60 on it.
Oh, it's a green button. You got you're showing us Mickey. Oh dear. We got a quick glance of it at it before it took out and showed us Mickey right through your head. But yes, they're very nice bathrooms, and the beds are very comfortable at Disney. I agree.
Yeah.
So are the pillows. There he goes, getting in the road again.
This is the mug I bought at Everything Pop Shopping and Dining.
Yeah. I love those cups. I collect them.
They had to run it over a magnet on there, and it says do not microwave because it's got some kind of metal in it.
Yep.
And this is what I got blue milk in at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
I love blue milk.
Yeah, the blue milk is a whole lot better than the green milk. Oh, I don't know about the cheaper souvenirs. The buttons are free. If you get a button, they're free. But
Right.
as far as the rest of the souvenirs, I don't know. If you can get something that's free, that's good. But other than that, you got to pay. You got to pay a lot.
You can even get one that just says celebrating, and then you can write in like Mickey and Minnie's 100th birthday.
Yep, Mickey and Minnie's 100th birthday. The celebrating 100th anniversary of the company. Celebrating your birthday. Celebrating anniversary. Celebrating losing weight, celebrating. You can celebrate a new job. You can celebrate all kinds of things. It's the best. Getting one of those celebration buttons is great, because not only that, but you go around the parks and the people in the parks, they'll see that button and they'll say something to you, so those buttons are great.
And oh yeah, Tina, if you ever go to Universal, if you stay at Universal, you might as well get yourself a Harry Potter package if you really like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
We didn't have the Harry Potter package, but I went ahead and spent $85 on this from Shutter Buttons.
Yeah. Oh, we're having trouble seeing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hold it up right in front of you. Hold it up right in front of you. I don't think it. There you go. Yeah.
Shutter
Okay.
Buttons. It's got a DVD, and in there you do several scenes from Harry Potter that end up supposed to be wizard pictures. There was a scene that I did on the wanted poster where I was in the wanted poster, and it says, "Have you seen this wizard?" And I was pounding like this, and
you wanted to be in a wanted poster, Keith?
And then what was mixed into that poster, Charlene and Brendan was laughing at me for being wanted.
I bet they were.
And then there was a scene that me and Brendan were arguing in front of Professor Dumbledore.
Don't argue in front of Professor Dumbledore. I can't say his name. Professor Dumbledore. Don't argue in front of Professor Dumbledore. He will find new ways to separate you. You see what Charlene said? You were an amazing actor. Yep.
Yeah. That's what Jack said. Jack was our videographer in Shutter Buttons.
Well, that's nice. So they give you like for your time. They give you your own. Excuse me, your own videographer.
They have a videographer that I think they have like two filming rooms, two recording rooms, and so they would only need just the two videographers at the time to do
Nice.
that.
Nice.
But I paid $85 plus had to wait until after 5:30 p.m. to get it done. Go.
Well, yeah, because people who were actually staying in the resort probably had first dibs on when they wanted.
Right, they did. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it still looks cool. It looks pretty cool. Looks like you had fun with it.
Yeah.
So I mean, you figure it's worth $85 then, right?
Right.
Yeah, if you had fun with it.
Yeah, and it came with a digital download that you had to download within a certain amount of days before they deleted it. And
yeah, that's the same as the Disney Photo Pass.
Right. So. And when I was up at Charlene's to celebrate her birthday, in October, this is one thing that I bought.
Hold it right in front of you. There you go.
It's a Yahtzee game, Hocus Pocus.
Really? With the Sanderson sisters?
It's got the cauldron and it's got. Well, I better not show the dice because they're green.
Yeah, well, yeah. Don't show the dice because we won't see them anyway.
Right. But it's got kind of some pictures on there along with the numbers. So even if you run out of the Hocus Pocus score sheet, you can use regular Yahtzee score sheets.
Yeah. And you can print them off of the internet, so that's not hard.
Right.
Yeah, I think Noah was laughing about the fact that you best not show the dice because then you'll just have holes in your chest. like somebody shot you. There he is, going and getting something on and putting something back on the road again. Oh, at least he's over by the guardrail this time.
Guess what this is?
Your wand. I know those boxes. That's your wand, right?
Look at the gold label.
Nice.
Gold label is interactive wands.
Yep. Nice.
And on one side, Diagon Alley.
Nice.
Along with Nocturne Alley. And
I love Nocturne Alley. I spent a couple of hours in Nocturne Alley one time. It was so cool.
Yeah. Char like when I did the skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah. show you. The elder one.
That's Dumbledore's, right?
Right.
Yeah.
He won it off of Grindelwald.
Yep.
Hey, Scott. Scott is Char's husband.
Yep. Yep.
He's my cousin-in-law.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Scott, you need to watch this again because from the start.
Well, he might have been watching us just ninja.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he might have been in ninja mode.
I watch ninja a lot.
Yeah, and I do ninja too.
Yep.
Unless there's something funny, something that's funny that's related to Disney, then I will comment. So there has been time I said something funny on Jim More Sunshine Please show, and
Yep.
he did the that comedy drum roll thing.
Yeah, yeah. He likes your comments.
So
there he goes, putting stuff in the road again.
a while back, just a few weeks ago, I refilled this.
Oh yeah?
It's 30 bots.
Yeah. How do you refill them though? You
Well,
order them online?
what I did was I bought the in the box, which is cheaper because I've already got the tin, and the tin's got the tassel, so I don't need to do a redundant on that.
Right.
And
so did you order them online? Because you didn't go back to Universal.
Yeah, I ordered online from Universal Studios Orlando.
There you go.
And they shipped it, I think, FedEx overnight.
Wow.
And
so they're nice and fresh. Have you got any really rotten tasting ones?
Soap. I tasted vomit. I tasted rotten egg.
Yuck.
The nice ones I tasted was plenty of cinnamon.
Yeah, cinnamon sounds good. I've tasted just Jelly Belly popcorn doesn't even taste good to me. So I can't even imagine tasting those other ones.
These chocolate frogs. I ate my chocolate frog already. Well,
yeah.
These 160 calories for chocolate. Oh, 1/5 of a piece, 160. That's 800 calories for the whole frog.
I was going to say, I bet you it's a lot more than 160 calories for the whole thing.
It's 800 calories for the
chocolate?
whole frog.
Is it solid chocolate or is it?
Yeah, solid chocolate.
Wow.
And they had, Charlene got the box one, and she got just one card with her frog. Hers was a Professor Dumbledore, but this came with 5. I got Professor Dumbledore.
Nice.
Godric Gryffindor, and then on the back it describes about them.
Yeah.
Well, it's got the 4 house founders. The tin one does. And it's worth buying the tin one. Salazar Slytherin.
Yep.
He's the one that left Hogwarts because everybody else wanted to let Muggles in.
Yep, I know.
Rowena Ravenclaw.
Yep.
Her daughter is the gray ghost in the Ravenclaw house.
I didn't know that.
And then Helga Hufflepuff. She's the one that created the Room of Requirements.
Yeah. Thank God for that room.
Yeah. Professor Dumbledore was walking around one time, and he had to take a nature break. So the Room of Requirement all of a sudden turned into a bathroom for him.
It's a room of requirement.
Whatever's on your mind,
Whatever
that's
you
what it
need.
becomes.
Yep.
And which, of course, the DAs got their own special training room in it.
Yep.
Especially when they had Dolores Umbridge running the Hogwarts.
Yep.
Or we should say Voldemort
Yeah.
had her run Hogwarts.
Yeah. Yeah.
But good thing that Professor Snape was a double agent, but he was in favor of the Order of the Phoenix. His job was to let Voldemort think his own way, and then eventually Voldemort would have died.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I got to watch those movies again, but I do remember that.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put this back in.
Well, there he goes into the side of the road again. I don't know how it knows. Like, it follows you around the room and it shows you, but it doesn't show anything. Like once you put it away, it doesn't show any. It does. I mean, it shows you and whatever you're holding. Of course, less it's green. But I mean, it's not like everything that you're holding is green. So, or it's not like your entire room is green. So,
but with the OBS, it has a background remover that it takes like my TV and everything that's in the background, removes it and replaces it with a gray blank.
yeah.
And then I went into setting and set it to green, and then put in chroma key, and then it keys it out to where I can show the picture behind me.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about OBS. And if I want to, I can do some promotions too. Recording.
Yep.
Right now the StreamYard is using my mic. My mic is going through the StreamYard and not through the OBS. The OBS mic is disabled.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that way it would work. And I don't know if Kelly's on tonight.
No, I don't think she is. I don't think she. I think when she was on the other night, she said that I don't think she's streaming on Sunday night. But let me check here. Samantha Lowe's on. Nope. Nope.
And
Kelly's not on.
And then after the 12th, after the 12th, the only thing I have left after the 12th of March is my birthday on June 10th.
Yeah.
But between March 12th and June 10th, I'm gonna probably take some time to try to sort things out, because around September to October of 2024, I'll be moving over to another place. another apartment place where my mom lives, and in a different apartment, and just be there to so I can be a help for her. And
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good.
and and I need to be able to sort stuff like whatever I don't need, I can throw away and or donate to God's storehouse.
Yep. Yep. So you're doing some purging too, huh?
Yeah,
It's that time
and
of year.
and
Oh, there he goes to the side of the road again.
I got a box the right size, but I'll probably get some tissue papers to wrap the Harry Potter coins up in with the same
Yes.
box as the snitch.
Yes. Be very, very careful with that snitch because they're very, very delicate.
Yeah,
At least that's what I understand. That's cool. That is really cool. That's a nice souvenir, Keith.
yeah, and since we did go over an hour, I want to say have a magical day and have a magical evening and a great big beautiful tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye. Remember, I'm watching, always watching.